Hi everyone! Welcome to this video. Today, we are tackling a very common and often confusing error that Flask developers, especially those new to Flask-SQLAlchemy, encounter, the runtime error, working outside of application context when trying to use db.create_all. This error message can seem cryptic at first, but once you understand Flask's application context, it becomes quite clear and easy to fix. We'll break down what the application context is, why db.create_all needs it, and most importantly, how to resolve this issue with simple, practical solutions. First, let's understand what the application context in Flask is all about. Think of it as a temporary environment or a special container that Flask sets up whenever it processes a request or runs a CLI command. Inside this context, Flask knows which application instance it's currently dealing with. It holds important information like your application's configuration settings, database connections, and other resources that are specific to your Flask application. Extensions like Flask-SQLAlchemy rely heavily on this context. They need to know which database URI to connect to, which models belong to which app, and so on. Without an active application context, Flask-SQLAlchemy doesn't know which app object it should be associated with. When you run db.create_all, directly from a Python script, outside of a running Flask server or a Flask CLI command, there's no active application context. Flask-SQLAlchemy tries to access current_app or other app-specific configurations, finds nothing, and throws that runtime error. It's essentially saying, hey, I don't know which Flask app I'm supposed to be working with right now. So, how do we fix this? There are two main ways to ensure db.create_all runs within an application context. The first and most common approach for scripts or one-off tasks is to manually push an application context. You need to import your Flask application instance, or if you're using an application factory pattern, import your create_app function. Then, you explicitly create an application context using with app_context. Inside this with block, the application context is active. Any Flask-SQLAlchemy operations, including db.create_all, will now work correctly because they can access the necessary app configuration. For example, your script might look like this. From your_app import create_app, db, app equals create_app, with app_context, db.create_all, print, database tables created successfully. This tells Flask-SQLAlchemy, for this block of code, consider app as the active application. The context is automatically torn down when the with block exits. The second solution, which is excellent for development and more interactive tasks, is to use the Flask CLI. If you've set up your Flask_app environment variable correctly, e.g., export Flask_app equals your_app.py, you can simply run Flask shell in your terminal. The Flask shell command automatically pushes an application context for you. Once inside the interactive shell, you can directly type from your_app import db and then db.create_all. This will execute without any context errors because Flask shell has already taken care of providing the necessary environment. This method is often preferred for quick tests or manual database interactions during development. Both methods achieve the same goal, providing Flask-SQLAlchemy with the application context it needs to perform its operations. In summary, the runtime error, working outside of application context, simply means your Flask-SQLAlchemy code tried to run without knowing which Flask application it belonged to. You can solve it by either manually pushing an application context using with app_context in your scripts or by leveraging the Flask CLI's Flask shell command, which handles the context automatically. Understanding the application context is a fundamental concept in Flask development, and mastering it will save you a lot of headaches. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this explanation helps you understand and resolve the db.create_all context error. If you found this useful, please hit the like button, leave a comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe for more helpful programming tutorials. Your support really helps the channel.